Rogers definitely in the hot seat today, but a lot of questions also for the federal government. We're now joined by Innovation Minister Francois-Philippe Champagne. He's in Tokyo, Japan. Minister, thanks for being with us. I know you tweeted out that you spoke to Rogers' CEO. What did you say?
Well, I share the frustration of millions of Canadians. This outage has affected consumers, has affected citizens, people who want to do banking. And obviously, first, I share the frustration. The second thing, obviously, being clear that this is unacceptable. And the third thing is to be in solution mode. Not only I spoke to him, but I spoke to the CEO of TELUS, the CEO of Bell, to make sure that we have the best experts in the world willing to help to get to the bottom of this. I know from the company they're still investigating the cause of this outage in their system. And certainly everyone is working now on getting that back live as quickly as possible and making sure that when they go back live, that there's additional capacity in other networks so it doesn't have a rippling effect on other networks in Canada.
Just to be clear, I know that the company is still trying to identify the cause. Does the government have reason to believe there's a cyber attack here?
Well, we can't exclude it at this point. The best experts in the world are looking at that. It's not likely. And like I said, they've been reaching out to experts around the world. Everyone is looking into that to make sure that we can restore services. Millions of Canadians have been impacted. And that's priority number one as we speak, is to get back online, make sure that we have additional capacity in terms of data in the other networks, making sure that all experts that we can find around the world can look into that and get back a service that Canadians deserve as quickly as possible. And it just shows to all of us and Canadians that we need quality, that we need diversity and reliability in our network. This is impacting everyday lives of Canadians. And I can assure you that everyone is working on that to make sure we get back online quickly.
I do want to ask you more specifically, though, when you use the word diversity. I think you're right that a lot of Canadians are thinking about the need for diversity in the market, which does not exist right now. This is a heavily monopolized market. Why has your government allowed only 3 carriers to dominate it? And does this totally kill the idea of the Shaw deal?
Well, listen. The priority number one today is restoring services. We'll get back to the competition aspect at the appropriate time. You know, I've been very clear from the get-go that I will not allow the wholesale transfer of licenses from Shaw to Rogers. And I think today is just another example. Like you say, we need diversity, we need reliability, we need quality networks, because that's an example of how much Canadians depend on that. But I must say, Vashi, today, everyone is focusing on restoring services because it's impacting millions of businesses, right. Canadians around the country. And I can assure you that I've been reaching out to all CEOs to make sure that this is priority number one for everyone.
And pardon the interruption, we're just running out of time, but I do want to make sure I ask on behalf of Canadians who really do feel like they're at the behest of these 3 companies. Does your government have a plan to make sure there are more than 3 companies, and something like this, if it happens again, doesn't affect millions and millions of Canadians?
Well, what I can assure is that we're going to investigate. We're going to get to the bottom of that to make sure that this does not happen again. And certainly we will continue to foster competition, affordability. You know, we've been at it from the get-go. But today is another example yet of the fact that we need more diversity in terms of networks. But as you would appreciate, the priority today is everyone working with international experts to get back online as quickly as possible to restore the service that Canadian deserves.
Minister, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for your time. Safe travels.
Thank you very much.